Welcome to Enlightened Game with Slim Sir, as he takes the lessons he learned from the streets, commonly known as the game, and applies them to everyday life, helping everyday people win the game of life, focusing on relationships, money, and the winner's lifestyle. This podcast will turn any chump into a champ. So if you're ready, let the game begin. And now, your host, the most valuable player himself, Slim Sir.
Welcome to Enlightened Game episode 29. I am Slim Sir. This is my audio notebook and my therapy session. Okay. Now, last episode we were talking about choices and decisions. And I would be less than a man if I didn't expose myself in some of the fucked up decisions and choices that I have made. You see, I never want to just talk about how stupid bitches are or how stupid these niggas are without exposing how stupid I once was myself. You know, I don't want you to think that, I use my platform to beat up on people. I do use my platform to expose these little weaknesses inside of ourselves that I think is not only fucking up the game, but fucking up life in general as we know it. Now, one of the principles of the game that I always talk about is advancement. And so I have to hold myself to that standard and principle, the same way I'm asking you to hold yourself up to that standard and principle. And so recently I've taken some time to just really think and observe. And my mentor taught me that the basis of the game is brutal honesty and self-reflection. So that's what I did. I took some time to be brutally honest with myself and to really look at myself, reflect on myself, to think about the things that I was doing, that I wanted to do, and that I had done in my past. And one of the most surprising things that I discovered about myself was that I myself was dumb as fuck. And I'm going to tell you why. There is no way that you could possibly advance or logically and truthfully speak about advancement if you keep going back to the same old shit that you were doing. So I had to learn within myself that if I was trying to advance, I would have to leave behind my old mentality, my old way of doing things, and my old way of talking, and the old types of people that I used to associate myself with. Now, I had to think about my life the other day and my purpose and my program and be honest with myself. What do I want to do? Do I want to be an author or do I want to be a pimp? Real shit. I had to ask myself that. Now, I love this game. I have sacrificed so much on a personal level for this game. I have gone through sleepless nights. I have fucking cried. I have fucking enjoyed the game. I've had multiple women. I think the most I had at one point was 7 women at one point. And, I had the highs on my level and the lows on my level. I've experienced a lot in this game, almost every aspect of this game that I could possibly imagine. And I realized it was time to advance. And the types of women that I used to associate with while I was on that level of the game, I could no longer associate with them now, trying to get to a higher level of the game. So, and that takes some discipline, right? Because this is what I'm used to. I'm used to talking to hoes. I'm used to whole ways. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to that whole grind. I'm used to all of it. But if I'm talking advancement, then I myself have to advance. And sometimes when you advance, you have to leave behind your old life. It's almost kind of scary to walk into some new life that you're really not used to. Now I want you to think about that. It's scary to do new things. It's scary to leave behind your old ways. But it's necessary. Here's why. Because advancement is a principle of the game and a principle of life. So the things that I did yesterday, the thoughts that I thought yesterday, the way that I spoke yesterday, I have to leave it behind. This is not abandoning the game. This is not being a square or turning into a square. This is advancement. And so what I had to realize was, if I'm advancing, and I'm investing in myself, my own value, my own self-worth, and that's advancement in itself. And so as my own value and self-worth began to grow, it became a lot unfair to me to continue to deal with women on a lower level of the game, because we couldn't even talk anymore. We didn't have anything in common. We're not on the same level anymore. You see? And so long as I kept dealing with bitches on that level, it prevented me from advancing on the level that I really wanted to. Now, let me break it down even further. I had made up my mind to sell 100,000 books in a year. That's my shit. That's my goal. That's my plan. That's what I'm about. When I thought about that, I had to honestly think to myself, damn, I don't have a need for a prostitute, for a stripper, for none of that. Be honest with you. If I'm trying to sell 100,000 copies of my books, a stripper or a prostitute is not what I need. I need, if the type of woman I need is someone who can help me push my books. Someone who may be social media savvy. Someone who may be savvy in advertising or marketing. You see? You have to determine what your purpose in life is. And then when you determine your purpose in life, then you can determine the types of people that you should be associating with. Those people should be helping you further your program. As an author, I have no need for a prostitute. As an author, I have no need for strippers. As an author, I have no need to even be around other pimps. Real shit. It doesn't satisfy my purpose. It does not contribute to my program. So a lot of motherfuckers will say, oh, well, damn, Slim, you switching up. I guess if that's what you want to say, yeah, okay. Maybe I am switching up. But that's the principle of the game. It's called advancement. Now look at this. We talked about choices and decisions the last episode, and I want you to really think about this. If you are trying to advance, right? As a man, you're trying to advance, right? Yeah, let's say, just like me, you was in a pimp game, whatever, right? But you really, this message and principle of advancement really hits you. You say, you know what, I really want to advance. And you say, well, like in my case, I wrote a book, and the females that I was around did not see the principle of advancement. They said, nigga, just pimp, nigga. You trying to write books. Just pimp, nigga. I'm giving you this money. You taking my money and you doing what? Right? Those are the wrong type of females for me to be around, because I had written books and never published them because I was always being discouraged. And to be honest with you, I allowed them to discourage me. That was the wrong choice. That was the wrong decision. The world could have been knew about Slim Sir if I would have made the right choice. Now, when you look at choices, even again as a man in the game, now you got a prostitute that's willing to walk the track for you, right, and get some money for you. Or you have a young lady who just finished law school and has a promising career as a lawyer. Which one is the right fucking choice to make? Obviously, the long term, the more solid decision is the attorney. But see, if you fucking with an attorney, that means that you have to leave behind the hose because, she's not on that. It's a different level. You'll lose the lawyer by fucking with a prostitute. See what I'm saying? And you'll lose the prostitute by fucking with a lawyer. You got to make a choice. You got to make a decision. And these decisions that we make have to be beneficial to us, right? See, a lot of times we make decisions that are not beneficial to us because they're not advancing decisions. We resort back to that bullshit that we was on before we decided to committing to advancement. I want you to think about that shit. So for myself, I had to look and say, damn, man, I got lawyers, I have teachers, executives, all types of fucking females throwing themselves at me, right? Willing to help me to sell my 100,000 books in a year. Now, why would I fuck with a prostitute? I want you to think about that. Nothing wrong with a prostitute. Shit, I love prostitutes. That's the world I came from. But if I'm trying to advance, then either the prostitute is going to have to advance with me or I have to leave the prostitute behind. Because my purpose, my program, my mission is to advance. See? When I got off the street level of the game, I had to make a decision. Damn, nigga, am I going to choose this prostitute or am I going to choose this stripper? I chose the stripper because I wanted to get game organized and legal. Then I decided to publish books, right? So at a certain level, I have to elevate my team to get out of the strip club and help me to do what I'm doing. You understand? If not, I have to leave them in the strip club because I have a purpose and a program for my life. The point of these last 2 episodes, what I'm trying to say to you is choose what's beneficial to you, brother, sister. Make the choice up. Choose up. Make a choice of advancement. Choose to go forward. Don't go back to the bullshit that had you fucked up to begin with. Make solid choices and decisions for your life. And then when you're making solid choices and decisions, when you're looking at the pros and the cons, when you're choosing the pros, and if you go through that little exercise that I told you about earlier, you're going to make more solid choices. You're going to be more confident. You're going to be a fucking winner. All right? And that's what I want. That's what I want for you. My family is Muslim, and in Islam, they have a saying, you're not a Muslim until you want for your brother or your sister what you want for yourself. And I am personally really becoming happy with my life because I'm actually applying the principles of the game to my life. I've elevated from the street level of the game, and I would like to think I've matured in the game, and I'm advancing in the game, and that's what I want for each and every one of you. Anyway, I got about a minute left, and so I'm going to use this time for my shameless plug. I want you to go over to my website, slimsir.com, and do yourself a favor and purchase a copy of Glory to the Game or the Rules or Game Guide. You can find out how to buy all of this stuff on my website, slimsir.com. And do me a favor. If you have learned anything of value in any of these podcasts, share them with someone. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not really a big social media guy, but share these things for me if you think there's any value in them. Anyway, I got about 10 seconds left, so I want to take this time out to say thank you for listening to me and my bullshit. And I love all of you. Thank you so much. Peace.